Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Life Podcast. I'm Leah Klenke.
And I'm Kate Phillips, and we're so excited to get started with episode 7.
This week, we're diving into week 3 of NCAA women's soccer games, and we're looking at some great matchups from this past week.
Yes, we have so much actually to catch up on from this past week, too.
I'm so excited to get started with all of it, talking about all the games. But first, let's talk about your team. How did y'all do this past week?
We did all right. We played Memphis on Thursday. We lost 2-1. It was a really good matchup. Like, they're a great team. We played really well. Obviously, lost 2-1. Would have loved to gotten a win or even a tie out of that game because they were a really good team. Ranked, I think, 12th or something, 12th or 13th at the time. So, yeah, it was a good game. They have some really good players, like lots of good talent. So it was fun playing them. But then we went and played Missouri State on Sunday, and we did not start that game very great. It was a Sunday game. Like those are always pretty difficult.
Hmm.
But we ended up scoring 2 goals in the last like 12 minutes and coming out with a 2-0 win. So happy we got a shutout there and the win. How did your games go this past week?
They went great actually for us. We had a really good week. A lot to build on, but we got two shutouts, so that was great. We played Michigan on Thursday and we beat them 3-0. And then we played Oakland on Sunday and beat them 8-0. So it was honestly a great performance, both those games, for our team. Big stepping stone for us in getting the shutouts and just scoring a lot of goals. We had a lot of different goal scorers, a lot of people getting minutes. So yeah, they were both really great for us. Definitely a good week. So that was super fun. And they were both home games for us, so that was really nice to just be home for the weekend. Got some people out to watch our games. There's a lot of our families in town, so that was nice. And yeah, we came off with two big wins, so it was great. Tell us a little more. I know you mentioned like Sunday games being, you were like, oh, it's a Sunday game. Like, kind of tell us, let's talk about some of the differences between like Thursday and Sunday games and why Sunday games are kind of like less energetic, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think, Sunday games are always just hard because obviously you played on Thursday and then it's a pretty quick turnaround from that Thursday game to the Sunday game. Like for us, we were still on the road. So we played on Thursday and then we trained at Memphis and then drove 6 hours to Missouri State and then had to train Saturday there and then play on Sunday. So it's just a quick turnaround and like obviously we were on the road. And it's just like you're not in your normal routine of what you're used to at home. But usually I just think Sunday games are more difficult because legs are tired. If you play a good team on Thursday, then you're just like dead a little bit. So I feel like Sunday games are always like pretty gritty. A lot of it's just like a mentality, like how can you fight through the pain maybe that you're in, or kind of like whatever happened the last game, like how can you kind of just like get past that and grind out as a team. I think that yeah, Sunday games are always pretty difficult just because they're usually like in the middle of the day. You're like it's like a 1 p.m. game. It's like
Yeah.
hot. You're just kind of trying to get past a lot of like mental things if you can.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would agree. I think Sunday games for every team is just a little more difficult, especially yeah, like your Thursday night games, like you're playing under the lights. There's usually a lot of people there. Everyone's super hype, excited. The energy's high because it's your first game of the week. And then as you get towards the end of the week, you're just feeling more tired. You've played a lot already, so your team's just kind of tired. So it's really you really have to just draw out that energy from somewhere, find that energy somehow to get through the Sunday game. And obviously there's big matchups on Sunday, so you got to come out strong and play well. But yeah, and most of those games are at like 12 or 1 p.m. Ours was actually at 6 p.m. this weekend, but usually our Sunday games are way earlier, so that's also new and it's a challenge. And just being at the end of the week, like sometimes it's just exhausting, hard. But yeah, so I feel like definitely Sunday games, anything can happen. Whichever team comes out with the most energy really is has a good shot at winning the
Mhm.
games, I feel like.
Would you rather play a Sunday game later in the day or like at that well, like 1 p.m.?
Ugh, that's hard. I feel like personally, probably later, just because you can play under the lights and it's at night. But sometimes it's also nice to just wake up, get a good meal in, and go play a game on Sunday and then kind of have the rest of the day after that, after
Mhm.
hopefully a good win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say rather I like playing at night. I feel like it's just the energy's there, but or more just from the environment and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah,
What about you?
I would agree. I like later at night just because like I get to like do a little bit of like my routine of like what I would normally do is like I like to take a nap before the game. In those 1 p.m. games, sometimes you're just like, wow, the midday like of just everything is like hitting me right now. Um, so I don't know. I always like
Mhm.
playing, yeah, later and under
Yeah.
the lights and
Yeah,
that's
it's
always
better,
fun.
nicer. Yeah. Talking about kind of games now, do you have any like superstitions or anything that you do before games or in warm-ups? Does your team have anything?
Yeah, I'm I wouldn't say I'm like super crazy superstitious, but a little bit. I have like normal things I'll do. Before games, I always put like my left cleat on, like all my left stuff on, left cleat, left shin guard, my left glove on first. I don't know. It's just how I've always done it. I do that. I listen to like the same like music. I'll listen to country music before games just because like for me I need to like calm down because I'm
Yeah.
usually like super like I don't know, too much energy. I need to calm down
Mhm.
or like anxious or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So I do that and then like before games I do like obviously same like warm up. Our warm up never changes. So same warm up and then I do like a little like three jumps and then like side to side thing before. But besides that, not really.
Yeah, so the same kind of routine. That's
Yeah.
kind of how we are too. I mean, personally, I'm not that superstitious. I don't really have anything in specific that I do besides, I mean, what our team does. I say like a quick prayer before I start every time, so
Mhm.
I guess that's in my routine, but other than that, we just coach comes in and talks to us at like the same time before every game, and then we get outside, we pass around a little bit, do whatever you want, and then we start our warm up. So not that superstitious. Do you guys have like pregame meal or how does it work? What is your what is your go-to like meals before games and like the night before?
Okay, yeah. Actually, I have something to add because I just forgot this. One of my actual bad superstitions is I like chew gum like constantly, like when
Mhm.
I'm practicing and playing, like I go through packs and packs of gum. Like it's actually absurd. Like I have one from warm up until halftime, and then I give one to my trainer, like one of the pieces or whatever. I mean, she
Mhm.
has gum also, and then I like switch at halftime, just because like I don't know what it is, but it like helps me focus. But my
Yeah.
trainer always like freaks out. She's like, "Kate, you should not be chewing gum. Like you're diving around. Like that's a choking hazard." I hope I
Oh
don't get like
gosh.
but like my team, oh my teammates get pissed at me because like I'll be like chomping like really, really, really loud. Like we'll be practicing corner kicks and I'm over there just chomping, chomping, chomping. And they're like, Kate, you have to
Oh
stop.
my
Like
gosh,
you
that's
have to
funny.
stop chewing gum. Like
That's funny.
loudly. But I
Yeah.
just like don't notice. I'm just like, I don't know,
Yeah,
chewing it.
just, like,
Because I'm
natural for you now, yeah. I
yes.
have heard it, like, helps with, like, focus and, like, concentration, though.
I
I
think
think
it
that's,
does.
like,
I
the
don't know.
thing, yeah.
It does. I
Yeah,
guess. I don't know. Sometimes I'm
definitely.
like, this is it's probably not the greatest. I'm over there like blowing bubbles and stuff. But I'm still locked in on the game.
Yeah, you can do it, like, in the opponent's ears, like, on
Yeah.
the corners and stuff.
Yeah. I bet people
Get
actually get
distracted.
annoyed. Yeah. Yeah. When somebody's on me on a corner, I'm gonna start chomping in their ear.
Yeah, chew extra loud.
Yeah.
That's
Um, okay, back to your question. So we do meals like say we have a game at 7 p.m. We'll probably start warming up at 6. We'll probably eat at like 4:30-ish, like 3 hours before. And it's usually like chicken, rice. a vegetable, um, and like fruit or something. Pretty simple. And then before a game or like the night before a game, huh, maybe like steak. I love steak. And I'll like make steak or like salmon or something. Some meat and then like probably rice or like potatoes. Pretty simple. How about you?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Side note, I love steak, but I don't know how to cook it. Or like I feel like it's like pretty self-explanatory, but I've been too scared to. So, um, yeah, I need to learn how to cook steak. Anyways, um, we have our pregame meals like 3 hours before our game, like same as y'all. Like if it's a 7 p.m. game, we'll eat at 4. And if we're at home, it's like the same thing every time. It's like chicken, potatoes, there's like some pasta,
Hmm.
like sauces, and then like a vegetable and fruit and salad. So that's pretty much our pregame meal for home games. And then away games, we'll like cater in like a restaurant or like some sandwiches or something before the games. And then the night before, I'm all about the carb load. So I'll have like usually pasta. I also don't know if this is frowned upon, but I sometimes eat pizza the night before. Um, it's really good.
Yeah,
It
I could
helps me
not
play
do
well.
that.
I don't know why, but it's like I don't know. I'm just like the more carbs, the better, I guess. But usually pasta with like some chicken and vegetables or something. And then I also I don't have to obviously, but I like always have like a sweet treat the night before because sometimes it helps me play better, I swear. Um, or like I'll want a cookie or ice cream or something, and I'm like, I promise, like it helps me play better. And then I'll play. I think one time I was in high school, I did that and I played a really good game. I got like a big, I think I was at a restaurant and I got like a cookie skillet with like the ice cream and made a game the next day, and I played so well. So I was like, okay, this made me play really well, so I'm gonna do it.
So
Uh,
that's your superstition.
I guess that is a
Yeah.
superstition, yeah. But usually it's like ice cream, so I do eat sweets and carbs the night before. But my stomach is also like not really sensitive, so I can like have anything. Um
Yeah, my teammates, well, my roommates, they're like the exact same. One of my roommates literally could eat like I swear anything before they like she's like I could probably eat like Taco Bell before the game and be completely fine. I'm like that's not me. Like I'm complete opposite. I've tried to like this is one thing is like I used to like not like to eat before games just because I'd get like super like anxious and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously now like I know that I have to, where it's like not good for me,
Uh-huh.
obviously. But I used to be like super like bad about that. And it's not good for you. Um don't ever do
Yeah.
that
You
before
just kind of have
training
to like
session or anything.
yeah.
But
Because
I yeah, I used to not be able to eat like in club and stuff.
yeah, that's it. Well, especially in club, you'd have like early games. Like if you have an 8 a.m. game, it's like hard to eat before. I would just like eat like a little bit of oatmeal and like yeah, it's hard to eat. Also, like for club, it's like I wouldn't eat like 3 hours before or whatever. It's
Hmm.
like right before. So, yeah. Oh, also, I remembered another superstition I guess that I have is I always have to have coffee right after my pregame meal before the game. Doesn't matter if it's like an 8 p.m. game. Like I'm at Starbucks at 6 p.m. getting coffee. So that's another superstition for me. It just gives me more energy, or I think it gives me more energy. It probably doesn't at this point, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I do an Alani before the game too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I feel like
Those are
that's a lot of
popular.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
I
Yeah.
always will do some type of energy drink. I don't know if that helps me, helps me stay calm. That's why I'm listening to calming music. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it helps me with
Yeah.
the energy, especially if you're talking about the Sunday games. You need a little bit of boost of energy
Yeah,
for a
for
game
sure.
like that.
Yeah, definitely. How do you think like home field advantage plays a part in college soccer?
I think it's huge. Like, so like last year for us, our home games were I don't know. We played so much better. We just played better when we were home. I think it's like we were talking about like that Sunday game. Like for us, we were on the road in that like for us this past weekend. we were on the road and we didn't play great in the first half. Energy was so low. Just we were not playing like the same team we were on Thursday. Literally looked like a completely different team. And I think a lot of that does just come from not being not sleeping in your bed, you're not getting the same type of treatment, you're not eating the same food. It's just your whole routine's like thrown off. So I
Yeah.
think like obviously you're doing like school on the road. It's hard. It's hard to win on the road.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
so I do think home field advantage is huge. You have your
Yeah.
fans there. It's just you have your same routine you're used to in the same locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a huge advantage.
Yes, yeah. I would agree with everything you say. I feel like definitely a huge advantage. Just like even having your own music for warm up and obviously you're like used to playing on your field and you have your own fans and your friends can come to the game and you sleep in your own bed. Like all of that plays a big role in each of the games, I feel like. So
Do you guys, like, do you guys try to keep the same routine, when you're away than from, like, your guys' home games? Like, kinda what does that look like?
yeah, as much as possible, we keep the same routine when we're away versus when we're home. We have meals at the same time. We try to have it be similar foods and then yeah, kind of the same routine from there on out with our coaches, what our coaches do, what our warm up is. All of that is usually the same. And then
Mhm.
another thing that my team does on away trips is usually if we have, sometimes we don't do this on Sundays if the games are earlier, but on Thursday, if we have a night game, we'll travel to wherever on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning, like the morning before the game, we will do a walkthrough on the field. So we'll go to their field, do some like light jogging and stretching, and then our team we do a lot of like positive imagery. So we'll it's just like good mentally, I guess, to imagine yourself in the game, like imagine yourself playing on the field, playing in your position, playing well. So we do a lot of like I guess meditative type of stuff and so that's like what we call our walkthrough on the day of the game, especially, and we do it sometimes when we're at home too, but mainly when we're away, just so that we can kind of get used to the field and how it feels to be at your opponent's place. So that's something my team does. I feel like some other teams might do it, some might not, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we
that's
did that last year. I think we did it mostly during our SEC games, but we would do that, and sometimes we play, like, soccer, tennis, sometimes we would
that's fun.
play, like, soccer, volleyball. I don't even know how to explain it. It's pretty interesting. We'd play, like, upperclassmen versus, like, underclassmen, and it was always, like, super competitive and fun.
That's fun.
But we do if we don't do that, we'll do a team, like, activation with our strength and conditioning coach. So we'll do, like, foam rolling, stretching, some, like, breathing exercises stuff. Um, and then, like, same like you said, same routine. But we also do activation, like, if we have a home game. So, like, if we have a home game, we'll do activation at, like, say we have a 7 PM game, we'll do, like, it at, like, 10 AM or whatever, just to, like, get our bodies moving before we,
Mhm.
like, play later.
Gotcha. Yeah. Cool. Also, what is y'all's practice like the day before a game? And like after you've or maybe it's before you've seen the scout or after you've seen the scout of the other team or your
Mhm.
film, like how do you guys what does your practice look like? Obviously it has to be lighter practice because you play the next day, but what does that look like normally for y'all?
I so I'll tell you what I think the whole team does, like, I don't know exactly what the field players do, but we do film, and then we'll go out and do, like, a scout on the field. So we'll do a little bit of like a walkthrough, maybe on our press. Um, Maybe once they're getting to the final third, like specific players. And then I think the field players do like a passing pattern or something lighter. And then we'll do like just like getting ourselves like moving, like handling stuff, a little like diving, nothing too crazy. And then we'll usually do like a small sided with our team, or we'll do a like a full field, like it'll be like attacks versus defense a little bit, and then we'll like flip and like do like what the other team might be in their shape or whatever. And then we always end with attacking and defending corners. So basically, however they will set up, and then we'll set up for attacking corners how the other team will. But it's really light and pretty quick. How about you guys?
Yeah. Ours is like very similar. We usually start off with warm up and then like some sort of passing pattern and then we do sometimes we'll do little like 2v2s or like 3v2s, 2v1s, like just fun like little games like short and sharp. That's
Mhm.
really like short amount of time.
Yeah.
But just super fun like competitive games. We're really competitive on our day before the games. But that's fun. And then we'll do some and this is after we've watched film and everything. And then we do kind of like what you guys did like we'll have some people like shadow the other team, like pretend like they're the other team and play against some people. We'll go over our offense, our defense, and then the what the other team will maybe try to do on offense and defense, and then set pieces at the end as well.
Hmm.
So pretty similar, I feel like. But yeah.
Yeah. Set pieces are usually, I feel like in those moments are like so key just because a lot of the of like games are like won and lost in the box in those. So I feel like we always like get like that's like the moment. Like obviously you're locked in, but like we focus like a lot on those and like I don't know, different setups and things. Maybe
Yeah.
it's just more I'm like understanding it because I'm with the team more at that point, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like our team also like really emphasizes our set pieces and because like again that like wins and loses so many games. And so
Hmm.
many games like are just scored on set pieces. Like it's crazy. I feel like even now, like everyone's running their own set pieces. Like some teams have like special set pieces, and
Hmm.
so yeah, you really have to be locked in, especially during that part. And our coaches emphasize that as well. Do you want to talk about some of the top matchups from this past week?
Yes, there are some really fun games
Mm-hmm.
and some pretty big, like pretty big, interesting, some interesting games and results that came out of them.
Yes, there has been. I feel like the biggest one, or there's a bunch of big ones, but when Duke beat Arkansas 2-0 at Arkansas's home, I feel like that was a big game.
Yes, I think, I mean, we talked about last week, both of those teams being um just two completely different styles of play. Um, it was I don't know. It was interesting. I only saw like snippets on Twitter of the Duke goals. But I mean, oh, they're always fun. That team is so fun to watch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah. No, it was a really good game. Arkansas had a huge crowd, I think. But yeah, Duke came out and I think it was I might be wrong, but I think it was 1-0 for like until like maybe the 80th minute or something. So it was a close game until the end. I think I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. And then another one that was huge that I actually watched the whole second half of was Kansas tying Florida State.
yes. Yeah. And Kansas had a massive crowd also at that game. Yeah, Kansas is a good team. They've
Yeah.
been
They
doing
have
really well.
Yes, I agree. I feel like they're really underrated and I turn it on. And I was like, wow, like they're actually and they didn't just try to like sit back or anything. Like they were really playing Florida State and they got a lot of chances. Florida State also got a lot of chances. So,
Mhm.
I mean, those are two really good teams and that was a really good game overall. Like pretty even matchup there,
Yeah.
from what I saw.
A game that I think this was on yeah, Sunday. This Xavier, actually I don't know if it was on Sunday. But Xavier beat number 17 Michigan State 5-2, which that like game, like the deficit in that game is crazy because I think Michigan State had just won like a game before like by a huge deficit. Like I don't know. It was crazy to see that score.
Yeah, that's a lot of goals scored inside of one game. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like Xavier is they're a team that's like under the radar a lot, but they're like really good. They are like a team to watch out for, I feel like, and they can pull off big wins like that and score a lot of goals apparently. So,
What
uh
do you think about? like games like that where it's like huge deficits. I don't know, looking at those scores, like I don't know. What do you think about that? Like a team like Michigan State.
Like getting 5 goals scored on.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly didn't see any of the goals, so I don't know how they were scored. Um, but I feel like if a ranked team gets 5 goals scored on them, then they definitely need to evaluate kind of what's going on. And maybe it was a bunch of set pieces, maybe it was in the run of play, but they just needed to kind of figure out what went wrong, whether it was a lack of focus or just lacking tactically or technically. So they're definitely watching those films of the videos of the goals and film and trying to figure out what was wrong. And I'm sure they aren't proud of that performance at all. But I mean, they'll bounce back and we next week we actually play Michigan State, so they're definitely gonna be up for the battle. So that's gonna be they're definitely gonna be fired up and ready to go after that game. So we'll definitely have to look out for that.
Another game I thought was pretty interesting was Kentucky or Illinois beat Kentucky 2-1, and we play Illinois on Thursday. So I think that'll be pretty interesting. Kentucky's been a pretty good team the past couple of years, and
Mhm.
Illinois just got a new coach, some new players. So I think that'll be a fun game. Play Illinois. I know they've been doing really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big game and that was a good win for sure. Kentucky's definitely a great team and so from Illinois beating them, like that's good. We played Notre Dame last year. I think it was in the second round of the tournament, round of 32. We played Kentucky and they were a great team. We ended up winning, but they were always a great team and they were like a 5 seed in the tournament, so top 20 team.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then also we have Western Michigan beating Michigan 2-1. I think Western Michigan is actually a really good team. Like they are underdogs a lot, but they oftentimes win their conference. They have a huge like winning record. They barely lose any games every season. So they're definitely a team to watch out for. Definitely underdogs, but they're doing well this season as well.
Yeah. Let's look at some next week top matchups. One that stood out to me was number one Stanford versus number four USC. Both teams probably know each other very well. Players on both teams. I think that'll be a really fun game. Stanford's been killing it,
Yeah, they have been.
so that'll be a good game.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a good game. I'm looking forward to watching that one. And then I'm also looking forward to watching number 2 Tennessee versus Memphis, who's number 15. That's going to be a good game. I saw something online today that was like Tennessee, I don't think they've given up a goal yet, and they've scored like so many goals. So,
Yeah, they've outscored opponents 18-0, which
oh
is
wow.
Which is insane. I think them not even giving up a goal has that's more impressive than 18 goals, I think, to me.
Yes, so impressive. They're actually on fire both offensively and defensively. So,
Mhm.
and then Memphis, as you said, you guys played them and they're ranked number 15, so they're very talented as well. I think that's going to be a great game.
Yeah. And you guys are ranked at number 6 right now, and you guys play number 17, Michigan State.
Mhm.
That'll be a fun game. What do
Yeah,
you
it should
think?
be a really fun game. We definitely owe them one. I think we lost to them last year, our first game of the season. We lost to them. So that was definitely a wake-up call from last season, but we definitely owe them one after that. So we're fired up, ready to go. We play at Michigan State, so I mean, that's more of a challenge for us, but we're definitely up for it. And I feel like we play Michigan State like every fall and almost every spring, so we know their team well, and it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a battle, but yeah, definitely excited for that one. And then I'm also excited to watch Penn State, who's number 9 versus number 13 Virginia, play this weekend as well. So
Yeah.
we have so many good top ranked matchups this week to watch and look out for. So that should shake up the rankings a little bit too. So that should be interesting.
Yes. Let's talk about shaking up the rankings in a couple, or well, next week we start conference play. And we play Texas on Friday. And who do you guys play for your first conference game?
Our first conference game. So yeah, as you said, it's like not this week, but the next week is first conference games. We play North Carolina State first away. So that
Mhm.
should be a good game. They always come out and play hard. So yeah, I mean it's exciting to start conference. What do you think is there any differences between non-conference and conference, or how do you like shift from non-conference to conference games, and what's the mentality like for your team?
I don't think there's any like specific shifts. I think it's more just like we were talking about like Thursday, Sunday games. Um, I mean, same for you guys. Every opponent is going to be good. Like, there's no opponent that you're about to play that's going to be, like less than you, I guess. Like everybody's good. So just getting used to like back to back to back good games. Um, our first two conference games are Texas and Mississippi State. Texas won the SEC last year. Mississippi State won the SEC, like what is it? The just regular season. They won the regular season. So like obviously two great teams, two home games, so we can start out on the front foot. And I think Texas is a great team for us to start with.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I feel like for us, it's like conference is just a whole, and for you guys definitely too. Like conference is just a whole nother step up. It's a whole nother level, and people are fighting for championships. People are fighting to win games, and people are fighting to get into the tournaments at the end of the season so that you actually have postseason play.
Mhm.
So it's just definitely a step up. Just gets more intense, more fun. So it's definitely really exciting. My team also plays. So we play North Carolina State first, and then the next week after that, we host Duke at home. So that's definitely a game that we're looking forward to as well. We tied them last year. We played them at Duke, tied them. I think it was 3-3. So lots of goals. We're excited to play. I feel like we kind of have a similar style of play as Duke. We both like to pass the ball and play and press, and so it should be a good matchup. They have a bunch of great players this year. They're always a good team. So I feel like we're excited about that one too. I feel like that's the one game I mean there's a lot of games I'm excited about, but in the near future excited for that one for sure. But again, have to take it one game at a time and focus on this week first.
Yeah, who do you guys play this week? You play Michigan State, and do you
We
have
play
another?
Michigan State and Milwaukee.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
We play Illinois on Thursday and then Kansas City on Sunday.
Nice. Cool. Both or do you guys are away or home?
Both home. We have four home games, next four home
That's
games.
nice.
Yeah.
2 weeks at home.
Just 3 weeks because our Mississippi State game's also on a wait, actually, maybe not. Maybe 3 weeks home. That's a lie.
Well,
But yeah,
yeah,
exciting.
that's yeah, super exciting to be at home, yeah. We played both these games away, and it's like Notre Dame's here, Michigan State is here, and Milwaukee's here. So we're like driving to Michigan State, then like back for a day, and then we're driving to Milwaukee, and then like back. So it's not a continuous road trip, but we come back late at night for a day and then like leave the next day and bus the other way. So it'll definitely be a long weekend, but super excited to travel with my team. Travel trips are always so fun, so
Yeah.
should be exciting and good games to play.
Yes, for sure. Well, good luck this next week, and then we'll get to come back and talk about our starting conference. I can't wait.
Yes, me too. Good luck to you guys too. Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the Big Life podcast. Don't forget to reach out to us on Instagram and have a great week watching soccer.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.